Straightforward conversations. Get the story behind the headlines right here on The Newsmaker. Thank you for joining Newswatch Plus. I'm Tristan Udalo. The defense team of the Vice President says it is ready to defend Sara Duterte in an impeachment court. The camp says it's about time for the prosecution to back its allegations against the Vice President. The House of Representatives impeached Duterte for the second time with 257 votes. Today's Newsmaker, we have Duterte Defense Team spokesperson, Attorney Michael Poa. Attorney Poa, thank you for your time and for this interview.
Thank you for having us, Tristan.
So, Attorney Poa, let me begin with, have you had the chance to speak with Vice President Duterte after the House of Representatives voted to impeach her?
Hindi pa kami nag-uusap ng masinsinan. Obviously, we updated her yesterday after the developments. Pero yeah, hindi pa kami nagkakaroon ng pagkakataon talaga na makapag-usap.
So, Attorney Poa, ano pong naging reaksyon ni Vice President nung malaman niya po ang naging resulta ng botohan sa Kamara?
Wala naman. Sa ngayon, wala pa talaga. No? So it's really, because as you know, she's still in The Hague. But I'm sure magkakaroon kami ng pagkakataon pagbalik niya.
What is your reading in the latest show of impeachment support when in fact last year they only had 215 votes and now it was 257 votes, more than what is required from the Constitution?
To be candid, at least on the part of the defense team, hindi kami masyadong we don't occupy ourselves too much on the numbers, no? So kasi sa amin, whether it's 106 or 257 as what happened yesterday, pareho lang yun eh. It will just bring us to the next stage of the process, which is trial before the Senate. So ang sa akin, unang-una sa lahat, we just want to make sure na naintindihan ng mga kababayan natin na hindi naman to any finding of guilt, no, just yet. So tayo ay pupunta pa sa trial. Yun lang naman yung kahulugan ng naging botohan yesterday. And secondly, of course, we respect the congressmen. I'm sure each of them have their own personal reasons on why they voted yes to the impeachment. And we would like to respect that. Ginagalang natin yan. So tayo, focus lang tayo ngayon doon sa next stage na mangyayari.
Attorney, how prepared is the defense team for an impeachment trial?
Well, tayo, we're ready. I don't want to play on percentages, but of course, we're still fine-tuning some things now. But definitely, ready tayo sa trial because sabi nga natin, last year pa lang naman, nung 2025, naghanda na tayo para sa talagang full-blown trial. So, this is no different. We're just fine-tuning things as all lawyers do, closer to the date of trial.
Yes, because my next question would be on the consolidated grounds for the articles of impeachment against the Vice President. Of course, it was mentioned, it was the issue of the alleged misuse of confidential funds, unexplained wealth, bribery of officials, and threatening the life of the President and other officials. Given this consolidated grounds, nagkaroon po ba ng pagbabago when it comes to the defense strategy leading to the trial?
I don't think there's any recalibration needed because basically halos pareho lang to eh, even dun the 2025 no, na articles of impeachment. Definitely, may mga bagong lumabas like yung supplemental affidavit ni Mr. Madriaga and things like that. So those are things we anticipated and those are things we have already prepared for. So I can say wala namang major recalibration. If ever, yung nabanggit ko nga, just fine-tuning.
Some lawmakers say that the smoking gun evidence would be the unexplained wealth and the documents presented by AMLAC during the confirmation hearing of the House Justice Committee. How ready are you to address ito pong mga naipresenta sa Kamara?
Yes, definitely. Although we wouldn't want to, syempre, agree na it's a smoking gun. We respect their position, but as far as the defense is concerned, these are things we can definitely address in trial.
Is the Vice President considering personally attending the Senate impeachment trial?
Kung kinakailangan, sa ngayon, we're still, syempre, ano pa lang, no? We're still waiting for the impeachment court to be convened, which I'm sure will happen soon. At tapos magkakaroon may proseso kasi yan. So kung kinakailangan naman na nandun ng Vice Presidente, bakit hindi? But these are things that we will have to consider once the trial starts.
Attorney Powa, why do you think the Senate impeachment trial is the proper venue for the Vice President to answer all these allegations?
Yes, also because at least here, no, tayo ay makakapaglabas din ng sarili nating mga defenses. We can also cross-examine and test the credibility of their witnesses and test, the nature and competence of the evidence to be presented.
In your statement yesterday, you said that the impeachment process is still facing a Supreme Court challenge. Ano ho ang magiging impact sakaling maglabas ng desisyon ang Korte Suprema habang gumugulong itong impeachment process?
Well, our main argument before the Supreme Court is basically a violation of the due process of the Vice President, no? Because nga ang ano natin, yung contention natin is yung nangyaring or the manner that the proceedings were conducted sa House, no? Run contrary to the Constitution in terms of affording the Vice President with due process kasi unang-una, yung mga complaints, no? Wala namang naka-attach na mga ebidensya dyan, no final yan, and all these alleged pieces of evidence only came about through compulsory processes by the Committee on Justice itself and not the complainants. But then again, while that is pending, sabi nga namin, hindi naman incompatible that we also participate dito sa proceedings before the Senate. Kaya while we're waiting kung anong magiging desisyon ng Supreme Court, we will also participate in the Senate and we will present our evidence and we will defend the Vice President as best as we can.
So to be clear, you're saying that the defense or the Vice President would continue to participate in the Senate trial pending a decision from the Supreme Court?
Yes, oo, kasi wala namang, as we all know, no, we asked for a TRO. Unfortunately, wala pang na-issue na TRO. So hanggat ganon, wala namang talagang balakid na tumuloy-tuloy yung proseso. And because tumutuloy yung proseso, tayo naman, we will also participate. But our position is that there's nothing incompatible about that. No? It's not naman mutually exclusive. So while the petition is pending, we will still provide a solid defense for the Vice President dito sa impeachment proceedings before the Senate sitting as an impeachment court.
Now let's talk about the change in Senate leadership. Senator Alan Peter Cayetano is now the new Senate President. How do you view this development?
Sa atin, we always believe in the impartiality of each and every senator judge. At sa atin, sabi ko nga rin sa mga previous interviews ko, ayokong sabihin na may mas pabor ang nangyari o hindi pabor ang nangyari because that would be casting doubt on the impartiality and painting a picture of alleged bias on the part of the senators, which is not the case. So sa akin po, no, kung sino man ang nakaupo na Senate President o kung sino man ang nakaupo na majority, para sa defense, pareho lang po yan. We still have to present a solid defense for the Vice President. Nang sa ganon, no, talagang they will decide based on the evidence to be presented by the prosecution and the evidence to be presented by the defense at mananatiling impartial and politically neutral ang impeachment court.
So what you're trying to say is that regardless kung sino ang nakaupong Senate President, ay handang humarap si Vice President Duterte sa Senate impeachment trial?
Yes, because otherwise it would be very unfair for our senator judges.
Thank you so much for your time, Duterte Defense Spokesperson, Attorney Michael Powa. Thank you, sir, for this interview.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. And we will continue to deliver just the facts and the news you need. Until our next Newsmaker, I'm Tristan Udalo.